they have undergone a spiritual disconnection. This is the same disconnection gripping humanity, with so many turning away from the idea of a divine being as a point of focus and assuming it to be false, merely primitive folklore, and feeling one really does not need such notions. As long as one is a good person, that is enough. They went down this same path themselves. Both your civilization and theirs fell prey to the dark spirits, the spirit meddlers, who turned away from the light eons ago and are out and about in large numbers, and at this point have been so disconnected from us, we no longer support them. Their demise is certain unless they rob energy from another living being. When they infest a human or extraterrestrial, they turn them dark as quickly as they can to sow discord, to further erode the ability to communicate with the divine level. They seek turmoil, and they have corrupted the Anunnaki for so long now. The Anunnaki themselves have degraded their connection to a point where they are on a death spiral. They do not know this, nor do they appreciate it, because they too have been seduced into thinking their brain is all they need, and they no longer need the idea of an outside divinity. This is their undoing, and it is further undoing you, because they see you as underlings, as beings to be manipulated for their convenience and their enjoyment. This has reached a stage of depravity where they can kill with impunity, with no thought to its consequences for the victim or ones who care about them. They do not care for one another in the same way. Love is largely absent from their world at this point. That is what is befallen the spirit meddlers and made them who they are. They are infecting everyone they reach to undermine their capability to love. And this puts the victim on the same path of disconnection from the divine. It is much like a virus that takes away the will to live and saps the strength, and eventually the victim will perish. This is a slower process that happens through generations of time, but is inexorable unless it is opposed. This is the kind of infection that befell the Anunnaki long, long ago. And you are seeing the consequence of this disconnection in the cavalier way they toy with the earth and exploit its resources, degrade its environment, enslave its inhabitants, and use even the divine human as food. This is not something even a human would do in a state of ignorance. So these are the characteristics you need most to know about Anunnaki. They are the instigators of all that has happened subsequently. Their interest in Earth brought others here. And now there is an extraterrestrial alliance among 4 groups of extraterrestrial beings, all wanting the planet for themselves, but working together for their own selfish reasons. The Anunnaki are first and foremost among them, and by their very craftiness have maintained the lowest profile. And so you do not see them and do not hear them discussed by and large. But their influence is everywhere. It is the Anunnaki who talk to most channelers of divine beings. The channelers are not reaching the archangels or creator either. They are reaching an Anunnaki psychic, feeding them spiritual pablum to make them feel important, to give them a lift and the spiritual encouragements at more the entry level of spiritual knowledge and wisdom, and will not help the channeler find true solutions for human problems in the human dilemma. And this is why you are hearing about ascension, about benevolent extraterrestrials, and on, all false promises designed to disempower humans. So the Anunnaki are your next biggest problem after the spirit meddlers themselves.